Hey everybody, it's yo pal Ron Howard from Extreme Sequences bringing you Monday Minute. Have you ever had a model, something really super high dense like you might find from Gilbert Engineering, and you find out you wired it backwards or you wired it the wrong way? Or perhaps Gilbert Engineering sent you some markings on the back and maybe they were reverse of what the model was and you didn't catch it till later. Well, I'm going to tell you there's some things you can do to solve these problems without having to remove pixels. And it's as simple as clicking on the model. And you'll see that this has been done for many, many years on simple props like the candy cane, where you want to make it look left to right instead of right to left. And it's as simple as clicking on model data. You'll see all this information here. We can make this really big on the screen. We'll scoot this down just a little bit to give us some more real estate space. And what we're looking for is this center section right here. Oh, no, we didn't want to do that. Come on. There we go. And we see that it's going from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4 in a clockwise motion. We want to reverse that. We want this to flip horizontally just like that. So now it's going counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then maybe that is the way you wired the model. Okay. And we'll leave that. We'll click OK. We'll hit save. And now the question is, how will the effects look compared to one that you might have done differently? Now, if it's just a one and done, you only have one of these, I wouldn't really worry about it. I think it's going to look fine. But let's go make sure. In the sequencer, we click on the bars test. And let me just do a quick render here. Make sure we're playing fair. Bars test going up, that's a good thing. Bars test going left. Well, the house preview says it's going from right to left the way it should, but the model preview doesn't. I believe what's going to happen is what we see on the house preview. If we look at a pinwheel, we see the pinwheels are going correctly on the house preview, but turning into each other on the model preview. This is going to vary by several things. The render style is going to vary by the model effect being used. If we take this and replace this, let's put something like this here, and we see it goes from left to right for each, so that's a good thing. Let's do our overlay center. That looks good. Speed this up. And again, this looks like it's, yeah, I mean, it looks good to me. I mean, as opposed to removing 1,300 pixels, I'd say this looks really good. And if it's not going the direction that you want it, these are going out instead of in, then if you feel you need to pull 1,300 pixels out, go for it. But the reality is we make these mistakes all the time when working with models. And just know that there are some things built in xLights to make this a lot easier by simply right-clicking on the model data. Okay, flipping horizontally, flipping vertically. We can even tell the model to reverse itself. Why would we tell a model to reverse itself? It's very simple. Sometimes we get our other family members involved in these projects thinking, hey, wouldn't it be great to get some help? And you coach them along, and only to find out that maybe your 12-year-old son, who you must have been punishing to push a model like this, you told them to start with the pixel, and they started with the wrong end. They started with perhaps the end of the string at the beginning of the prop. Well, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to rewire it. Just tell it reverse in here, or you could even do it at the model level in the layout, and it'll push that information to the controller, and it will know that it's backwards, and all of the models and submodel groups will work just fine. So if you're ever in doubt, you have any concerns about wiring a model, hit the groups up. They'll set you straight. All right, that's been Monday Minute. Take care.